since the Paris Agreement, we've seen ever more clearly the consequences of global warming. Yet the world has not made anything like enough progress in reducing emissions. We need action now to tackle the climate crisis. We need to limit global warming to under 1.5 degrees. Every fraction of a degree counts.
Science is clear. Time is running out. Risks are existential. To have a chance of a stable planet for future generations, we need to cut emissions by half by 2030 and then continue cutting by half each decade to a zero-carbon world economy by mid-century in only 30 years. To do that, we must each year cut emissions by at least 6-7% per year, taking immediate actions to exponentially scale climate solutions that we have already available.
We have already entered into the era of human-induced climate change, and it's going to be affecting everybody on planet Earth, and we all need to be ready to deal with it. Building resilience of the most vulnerable communities is going to be a priority. All people are going to have to cope and learn to adapt and build their resilience, but the priority needs to be given to the most vulnerable people living in the most vulnerable countries to help them develop local level adaptation.
The climate crisis is a health crisis and can make COVID-19 pale in comparison. We need a concerted response to address this because every fraction of a degree less counts and matters to those most vulnerable.
This is a moment for radical new partnerships crossing all divides, public-private, young, old, north-south, rich-poor, leaders from business, politics and civil society pushing each other to higher ambition. So is the need for urgency, and business has to be part of the solution. Tackling climate change is the biggest economic opportunity of our lifetime in jobs, growth and innovation, especially with the cost of inaction now way outstripping the cost of action. Forget incremental change and doing less harm. It's time to go net positive, where we thrive by giving more than we take, making this a better world for all.
Every second counts. And that's why, as a young person, I am joining the voices of so many in demanding for justice and action and in raising awareness to treat this like the crisis it is. The leadership that we see of the people in the streets and on the front lines gives me so much hope, but I call on all actors, especially so-called world leaders, to take this seriously and step up to the challenge this crisis presents us with. What will you do for your children? How will they remember you? We must act now.